So I see a little thing on dating. What was that like? I imagine that was kind of a struggle for you and kind of a worry when it came to like getting sober, right? Like I didn't have to experience that.
So dating is a huge one, and I know it wasn't just me. I A lot of my friends that I talked to went
Mhm.
through the same thing, and here's why. Because the very first thing that anyone says on a dating site when they want to meet up is,
Let's
"Do
go
you
get a
want to go
drink.
have a drink? Let's go get a drink." Exactly. I think we kind of touched on this earlier, which
Mhm.
is one thing that it's becoming more widespread. It's becoming more acceptable. It's becoming more common to where I don't think it's something we need to worry about as much as we do. A and B, the way I made peace with it with myself was to say, man, if it's that big of a problem to someone that I don't drink, that's probably not a person I want to look at like spending the rest of my life with.
Facts.
Uh, or that's probably like, I don't care if people drink, but if drinking is so important to you that you won't go on a date with me because I don't drink, like, we probably don't have anything to talk about or don't have anything in common. Like,
No.
if drinking is so important to someone that they stop talking to you when you say, I don't drink, like, that's a red flag to me. So you just did me a favor by unmatching me because I don't drink. But there's ways around it. If you're worried about it, my policy was to get it out within the first, like, pretty early on. Like, hey, you know what? I don't, and especially if it came up, you want to get a drink? Actually, I don't drink. I don't mind if you do, but I don't. So if you want to meet up, we can. But I won't be having a drink, just so you know. And just lay it out there. And
Mhm.
most people are cool with it. And if they're not cool with it, like I said, probably not the best partner.
I can see how I can see how that could be a big issue, but when you use your sober brain and you sit there and you think about it, you said it perfectly. If somebody has an issue with me not drinking, that's not a person you need to be with. And you it's at your own discrepancy. I don't care if it's the most attractive person on the planet. That's not going to be conducive to you maintaining your sobriety and continuing to excel in the life that you're choosing to create for yourself. So, if somebody has a problem with who you are, then you just need to go, in the famous words of, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. All right, dude. So like we don't need to be worrying about that.
Yeah, this also turned into a policy of like, if every girl in like 7 of their 10 pictures was like at a party holding up a drink, I was like, yeah, she's probably not the one for you, dog.
No, man, and those are people that are still stuck in that party
She's
phase.
for the streets.
She's for the streets, man. And if that's your entire personality, then I want no part of it. And that's why I'm blessed that, you know, my wife leaving me, or my girlfriend at the time leaving me, was the final push for me to get sober, because then I didn't have to experience that, because then I just got clean, and then we ended up having a kid and getting married. So I know that's a
Yeah.
big deal for people though.
So for dating, I guess we'll just sum it up. It's kind of the stuff we touched on before. Be honest upfront about it, get it out of the way. And if it's something that somebody has a problem with, that person might not be at the maturity level that you're looking for.
I don't know what
Um,
movie this is, but it's with Ryan Reynolds, and the mom literally sings, "Be yourself." It's where
is
he's
it the
like
one where
fat
he's
and he comes
fat
back.
and grows up? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be yourself. Be yourself. That's it, man. Be yourself. Stay true to what you want to do. Achieve your goals that way. And if sobriety is the life that you want, then go and get it. And you did. I mean, one small fun night with some random floozy, is not worth jeopardizing that new life. And I'll die on that hill, man. So yeah, I could see how that could be a huge issue, though, man. I really do.
I got to touch on this because it's tied to dating and it's a little uncomfortable to talk about. It's a
All right.
reality. And it's another one that I know my brothers, especially, were concerned about, and that's having sex sober.
Mm.
And women too. I mean, to be honest, like, having sex bone dry sober is like it's a little different. Like, with a new person when you've never done it before, like a new person you're dating.
Yeah.
And
Bone dry sober. I love it, dude.
Bone dry sober. Make sure the sex isn't dry. Get that KY. Sponsor us, KY. But yeah, so it's a little weird. I'll be honest, it's a little different, and but you get used to it, and it's okay, and you remember it. And fellas, let's be honest. What are we worried about? Bussing quick. And guess what? You probably fucking will. So
Yep.
it's just something you need to, with practice, it gets better. It does get better. If you've only ever had drunk sex your whole life, you're probably gonna bust quick the first time you have sex sober.
Dude.
I'm just being honest.
dude. I'm so glad you brought that up, dude, because that was gonna be my next thing. I think the most traumatic part of that is I used to literally be Mr. Marathon Man. Like I could just go for 5 trillion hours because I was so fucking
None if
drunk,
you
dude.
wanted to.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm over there sweating, about to die, like ready to pop an artery. And then when I first got sober, yeah, I was like, oh hey, this is what this feels like. I felt like I was a virgin again. Be like, oh hey, all right, boom, bing, bang, bang. All right, good night. It's been real, dude. Bada boom. And
You're
man, I
like,
was so
ooh, this
disappointed.
is awesome.
Yeah, like holy smokes, what is this? This is what everybody likes. No, dude, it was a big problem. It was a big problem in the beginning. I remember I'd fervently like apologize, be like, I'm better than this. I was like, I'm better than this. I swear I'm better than this. And she'd be
But
like,
gentlemen, there are workarounds, get an extra thick raincoat. They also make like a numbing spray. They also make the numbing condom type things. There
yeah,
are
yeah.
workarounds, gentlemen. If you're worried about it, it's not worth your sobriety.
It does stabilize too. Now I'm
It
not what
does.
I'm not what I once was when I first got sober. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. When I first got sober, dude, I was like, I felt like I was 15 years old again, dude. I was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? I was like ashamed. I like
I
walked out. I
gotta
was like,
be
I'm sorry.
I gotta be honest, man, because if people are genuinely listening to this and they're concerned, especially dudes, like this is on their mind. The dating and the sex is 100% on their mind.
Yeah,
It's a thing, but it gets better, and
it
it's
does.
not worth your sobriety, man.